Sri Lanka welcomed Pope Francis with dances, music, flowers, and even elephants. He was there from the 12th to the 15th of January. The trip's main theme was reconciliation and the key role religion plays in building peace. For more than 25 years, the island suffered a civil war. The two main protagonists were the Buddhist government on one side and the Hindu rebels on the other.
It is no easy task to overcome the bitter legacy of injustices, hostility, and mistrust left by the conflict. I can only be done by overcoming evil by good.
Pope Francis also highlighted the need for every citizen to have a voice in the reconciliation process.
Whenever people listen to one another humbly and openly, their shared values and aspirations become the more apparent. Diversity is no longer seen as a threat, but as a source of enrichment.
Roughly 70% of the country's population is Buddhist. Christians represent about 7%. Pope Francis highlighted that all religions must work together to build peace without rejecting their identity or beliefs.
It is my hope that interreligious and ecumenical cooperation will demonstrate that men and women do not have to forsake their identity, whether ethnic or religious, in order to live in harmony with their brothers or sisters. If we are honest in presenting our convictions, we will be able to see more clearly that what we hold in common.
Throughout his three-day visit, the Pope highlighted that religion should not be used to justify violence, but rather just the opposite.
For the sake of peace, religious belief must never be allowed to be abused in the cause of violence and war.
One of the most anticipated moments of the visit was the canonization of Joseph Vaz, who became Sri Lanka's first saint. He lived at a time when Catholics were actively being persecuted in Sri Lanka.
Religious freedom is a fundamental human right.
The Pope spoke of reconciliation once more in the shrine of Our Lady of Madhu. He talked about the thousands of people who took refuge at that very shrine during the country's civil war. He said repentance leads to forgiveness and ultimately reconciliation.
Yet only when we come to understand in the light of the cross the evil we are capable of and have even been a part of, we experience true remorse and true repentance.
This marks the fourth time a pope visits the country. Paul VI went there back in 1970. John Paul II visited the island twice, first in 1981 and then again in 1995.